Hi, I'm Kara, welcome to my channel. The way my camera is set up right now, it is hanging on to this succulent for dear life. In this reading vlog, I'm going to be reading this book. Yeah, this one right here. Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This reading vlog is going to be me reading this book, and then I'm going to watch, I think, just the first episode and then talk about it, and then obviously I'll watch the rest of the show by myself. The only other Taylor Jenkins Reid book that I've read is Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I gave it 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. Was one of my top 10 favorite books of last year, 2022. So I have high hopes for this. It is about a band in the 60s and or 70s, and it is told entirely in interview format, and it's separated into different parts, similar to Evelyn Hugo, where it was like each part was about a different husband. I think these parts might be like different eras of the band or just the general timeline of it. I'm excited. I've never read a book written like this way and in this format, so I'm excited to see how that goes. So at the very beginning there is an author's note, and it's not Taylor Jenkins Reid's author's note, it's the interviewer's author's note, and it like makes it feel like Daisy Jones and the Six was an actual band in the 70s. So I found out some information that I didn't know beforehand. Obviously, I see a lot of people talking about this book, and when I saw people talking about Camila and her character, I thought she was part of the Six and like in the band, but turns out she's not. She is just Billy's wife. So that is interesting information to find out, because in my head she's been part of the Six. It has been a couple days since I last read Daisy Jones and the Six, like fully, and since I updated you. It's been 2 days. Last time I talked to you was the day I started reading it, and then the next day I did not read anything at all. Yesterday I read 1 chapter. I think I have officially joined the Billy Dunn Hate Club. Drinking, drugging, sleeping around, it's all the same thing. You have these lines you won't cross, but then you cross them. And suddenly you possess the very dangerous information that you can break the rule and the world won't instantly come to an end. Be so for real right now, bro. You're literally married. The numbers tour part. The last part was when Daisy came in to do the duet with Billy for Honeycomb. Billy's a jerk. Daisy's girl boss. Billy needs to get over himself, and one of the characters, I don't remember who, literally said that though, so. And like, yeah, I get it was his song, but the way he went about acting when he heard the version with Daisy and how he was acting around her, could have gone about it a different way. Could have been nicer about it. And, you know, if he was nicer about it, maybe he would have gotten the song just himself, you know? I'm assuming now Daisy is going to join the band. I'm really liking it so far. I'm loving the format of the interview style and how it's like the characters talking about the past. Karen and Graham. I'm stopping for the night at about 150 pages in. I'm on the Aurora part, which is Daisy Jones and the Six's first album as a whole group. Currently, my favorite characters are Daisy, Karen, and Graham, and I also like Warren, and I do like Camila when we get to see her, but we haven't seen Camila that much in the last part because she was not on the road with them while they were touring because she was pregnant. I still don't like Billy. There was a chunk where he wasn't as bad as he was in the beginning, like he was actually kind of okay. Like I wasn't mad at him, but now we're starting to get back into like where I don't like him. Eddie is also starting to piss me off a bit. There was some drama between him and Billy about Billy using Eddie's guitar, but Daisy has officially joined the band. They're gonna work on their first album, and I'm stopping for the night. Oh, also, I am loving Karen and Graham and their little moments, but I fear it's not going to go where I want it to go by the end because they're keeping it a secret. So I have a feeling it's not going to go anywhere. I'm now probably 3/4 of the way through the Aurora part. They're almost done with the album. I think they're on the last song, they're on Regret Me. And so much has happened. There's now some drama between Billy and Daisy because Daisy tried to kiss him, but obviously he's married and he was actually like good about it and didn't kiss her. As for me still not liking Billy, he thinks everything is about him. He thinks he runs the show and runs the band. Like, fine, you might be the front man, but this is a team effort, buddy. Not everything's gonna go your way. He completely disregarded Graham's song. Didn't even read it. I am enjoying this so far, though. I think this might be a 5 stars. I just love the format and how we get everyone's point of view and everyone's side of the story, like, right off the bat. And it's not full chapters in one person's and then we get a full chapter in another one's, because we get all the information we need to right there. And I just love music. So this is a super fun read for me because it seems realistic. Like, this is something that would actually happen. I wish I would have been filming my reaction to this through like a little break. And the author of this book, not Taylor Jenkins Reid, but like the author who was the interviewer for this book. You know, you get what I'm saying. If you've read it, you know what I'm saying. Because at the beginning, and with the author's note, it was like, this is the story of Daisy Jones and the Six, whatever interview that the author did with them. The author is Julia, as in Billy and Camila's daughter, Julia. I love when this happens in books, when everything just comes completely full circle and something is revealed like that. I finished. I'm done and I don't want it to be over. I want more. 5 stars. Completely, fully. Ignore my shadow. This felt so real. Okay, I'm gonna sum up my thoughts from the last 100-ish pages. I think that's the last time I gave an update. So we had some more drama with Karen and Graham because Karen got pregnant and then she didn't want the baby but Graham did. But it was fine. She ended up not having the baby. They talked it out. They were chill enough after. Didn't like Billy for the majority of the book. He really only cared about himself, wanted others to do things the way he wanted them to do it. I mean, there was a moment after he went to rehab where I was like chill with him, but then he just kind of, you know, started pissing me off a bit more. My favorite characters, I think, were Karen and Warren. Warren was hilarious. I feel like Warren wasn't really like a total main character. He was more like a side character. He'd just pop in to say something funny, and I loved that. Pete, this dude was not in this book. Like, they would talk about him, but he didn't say anything. The only time we heard from Pete was the end. I'm sorry, I forgot to pause iCarly before I started talking to you, so tune that out. I need to watch the first episode of the show, so I'm going to do that tonight. I don't know if I'm going to watch the rest before I recap everything, or if I'm just going to watch the first episode and then discuss everything. I'll see you tomorrow when I have watched at least one episode of the show. It's the next day, and I have watched the first 6 episodes of Daisy Jones and Six, the show, which means I have 2 episodes left that are out right now, and I think the last 2 come out this week. I'm not totally sure, but I think there's 10 in total. I love it. It's, I think, one of the best book to TV adaptations I've seen. Heartstopper being my #1 favorite, and I think this might be my 2nd favorite. Daisy Jones and Six was adapted very well. Obviously there was some stuff that was changed to make a TV show work better, but overall it's basically the same exact story, which I feel like can sometimes get lost and changed a lot when adapting to TV or movie. I'm not gonna say names, but Allegiant sucked, so that was one that definitely got lost in translation. Still mad about that years later. It feels like an actual documentary of a real band. When I said the book felt like it was real, like this was a real interview with a real band, the show feels like a real documentary of a real band. In the book we only get the interview part, like they're talking in the future about the past. But in the show we get minimal clips of the actual interview of them in the future, but the majority of it is actually seeing what went down in the past. So I liked that. The songs are great. What was my favorite? Let Me Down Easy, I think that's my favorite so far. Honeycomb, also love that. Obviously I haven't heard all of them because I'm not done with the show yet, but those are my favorites so far. And it was so nice to see the songs come to life and to actually hear them. So that is all for this little reading / watching vlog of Daisy Jones and the Six. Let me know your thoughts on both the book and the TV show, and your thoughts on how well the adaptation was. Also, let me know what other books or series I should do a reading vlog for. I'm currently working on a reading vlog for the first 3 books in the Mortal Instruments, so hopefully I will see you in the next video.